So guys, I have the video on my phone and for some reason it's a little disturbing. I know to many Nigerians that yeah, this is normal to them. This is normal. But to me, honestly speaking, I don't see anything normal about this video. And I want to believe that this should be a basis, okay? If let's assume Nigeria is working. If Nigeria is working the way it should, if Nigeria is working, this act alone, this act alone should have caused APC government or their candidate for presidential election to be nullified. This should have nullified the election and whoever behind this should have been prosecuted. Because like it or not, this is election malpractice. Yeah. Watch the video.
ẹ ṣe o ẹ máa bọ̀ lẹ́yìn kọ̀ọ̀kan bí bá ṣe ń gba káàdì wọn kí aláṣẹ máa gba káàdì ó yá next card ẹ máa bọ̀ ẹ máa lọ. ẹ jọ kí ni PDC registration ó máa bẹ̀rẹ̀.
Yeah, that's the video. That's the video. If you look at the two video, you understand that it's still the same thing. The basis of it is that they are sharing money. Yeah, money is being shared. My opinion on this is simple, but I would like to go more detail into what most people don't understand or realize about this issue. First thing I want to say is that, like I said, this should have been an issue that will be taken to court, in my own opinion. But we know the society we live, where the presidency is building out for the judges. So to do what? To keep them mute, to keep them shut. It's like this administration is trying so hard to make sure that they, that they win the second term. And winning second term, to me, shouldn't be this hard. And you know why it shouldn't be this hard? Because already you are an incumbent. You're already an incumbent. And it shouldn't be hard. You have no need to campaign. You only need to give your intention of running again. And let your work, your deed, campaign for you. If you do good in your first 4 years, the people will come out organically to support you to continue the good work that you have started. A lot of people will talk about in this era, this administration, a lot of people will boast about the coastal road. I think that's the holy grail of things that they boast about. That Tinubu is changing the economy, the coastal road, and a whole lot of things that they used to, put butter on bread. And the coastal road is good. It's good. But the coastal road is like putting the horse before the cart. It's like having a baby, a newborn baby, which we all know that the immediate food for a newborn baby is breast milk. The baby will eat other food as the baby develops in age. Gradually, the baby will be eating a solid food as the baby develops. But just because you have the means, you have a newborn baby, and the first thing you want to feed that baby is a swallow food, a solid food, there's going to be a problem with the baby. The baby will go through a whole lot of pain, problems. Can the baby eat swallow? Yes, but not at that age. The baby will eat swallow at the appropriate age. I'm using this analogy with the coastal road. There's stages in life when it comes to development. There's stages to it. You can't leave one like when we talk about stages of life, right? There's something that we call priority. What we need now. Do we need the coastal road? Yes. But can we do it later? Absolutely. What I believe Nigeria need now is not coastal road. What I believe Nigeria need now is an enabling environment that can help business to thrive. And the number one major thing that can transform people's economy or any country's economy and that can help small business owners, even the bigger ones, that can help them to retain most of their profit is to have stable electricity. And not just stable electricity, affordable one at that. That is what will be the foundation of how an economy can grow. In fact, a stable power at affordable price will attract more investors than building a smooth road. You can build a smooth road. Who is driving on the road with $1,200 naira per liter of petrol? How many people can afford that? So, the coastal road is good, but we're getting it at the wrong time because it's not helping anybody right now. Yeah, it can help people travel really fast, fine. But business, most especially small business, are the backbone of every economy or small business. They are the backbone. But when small business spends chunk of their money on buying diesel to power the business, they pass down the cost to their customers. So everybody feel the pain. And that is why I believe this coastal road is a project that we do not need now. You see, Tinubu will have no need to campaign for second term if only he focused more on his promise about delivering to Nigeria a stable and affordable electricity. People like us will be out on the street campaigning for you for second term, and it's going to be genuine and organic. You don't need to buy us anymore. Yeah, you don't. You don't. But this is a government that prioritizes cheating, and I call it cheating. They prioritize cheating over legitimate vote. If we can't even run a fair and credible election, how do we run a country that is upright? How do we run a country that is upright? A government that removed fuel subsidy, yet they keep borrowing money. Like they're borrowing quadruple. Now, they want to run for second term as an incumbent. And the best you can do is this. This is the best you can do. On the part of the people, probably maybe they don't know, or maybe they know and they believe this is the means to survive. A way of making money. This is what I call self-sabotage. We're going into self-destruct. We are going into self-run because we have been conditioned to take this shenanigan. We have been, look at those people that are sharing this money. These are people's mother, people's father. These are people where I believe some of them can't even send their children to good school. What is it going to take, or what will be the cost to demand for a government that works rather than a government that shares money? What will it take? Because I've never imagined in my life that you're saying that you are giving economic relief fund and you are doing it on the table, where in a country that we call ourselves giant of Africa, maybe we're giant in looting. Yeah, giant in looting. that you want to do something of, okay, you're doing a cash relief fund, and you can't do that through individual bank transaction like bank account. We have to bring it online, videotape it, and put it on social media for the world to see that this is how we practice our democracy in Nigeria. A democracy that will prioritize cheating over credible election, because this is pure electoral malpractice. I want to encourage Nigeria, because I don't know this self-destruct that we are doing. We are self-sabotaging. It's like we are in charge of an institution that is messing us up. We're in charge of the institution. In fact, we coordinate this institution to keep stealing from us. We are the one coordinating this institution to keep running Nigerian down the drain. What is it going to cost this government to use this money? For us to get stable electricity, or all this city boy movement, Oman boss? What is it going to cost them to give those buses to the hospitals for ambulance services? In Nigeria of today, many local hospital or general hospital don't have ambulance. They don't. What I'm saying is that as an incumbent government, you don't need all this if only you perform. You see, when a government is behaving this way, it only shows one thing: the government didn't perform. They didn't deliver on their promise. And the only thing they can do is to buy again, like they did the first time, buying people's vote. I feel for Nigeria. I weep for Nigeria, because, like it or not, this money that this administration has been borrowing is piling up, and nobody is taking note. Instead of going out there to borrow money, why can't we look inward and see, like, okay, this country is not going the right direction? How can we cut government excessive? What can we do internally to cut our waste? Can we look into reducing politicians' salary? Can we look into reducing the cost of governance? That can be possible, because I believe that is something that is doable for a governor in a state that most of their children is out of school, in a state whereby they don't even have good classroom. A governor of such state will be using 2027 BMW 7 Series, driving in a road that is untied. We have been conditioned, and the best we can do right now for ourselves is to detox this shenanigan, this lifestyle that we have been accustomed to, is to detox it out of our system. We need to come to the realization that we are self-sabotaging. We need to come to the realization that we are the one doing ourselves by helping politicians to make Nigeria to the bone. Nigeria can only take more. One thing I want to tell you, if you are one of those that collect those envelopes, if you are one of them, I want to advise you that you should keep that money very well, because the day you get kidnapped, I don't know if the money will be enough. Because I don't know why you will prioritize taking an envelope over a country that will be secured, that will not get kidnapped. Because if you get kidnapped today by the APC AFOC that happened to Nigeria right now, because many of you don't want to talk about it. Many of you don't want to talk about it. How we come about this insurgency in Nigeria? It doesn't just come from oblivion. This insurgency we have in Nigeria happened because of dirty politics. Dirty politics. I've said this before in one of my videos. How did we come about political talks? How did we come about them? These are the instruments used by the politicians. I just feel for Nigeria people, because they are doing this not because they're happy doing it. but they are doing it because of poverty. Most of these people that are collecting this envelope, they don't know better. They don't know better. Either they collect or they didn't collect. Election is going to be rigged, but can we stand for once and say enough is enough? Because this is a clear sign that this administration has failed woefully. Because it takes someone that failed to bribe his way out. It is failure. Because if you perform well, people will be organic about campaigning for you. They don't need your money. People need a country that functions and works well for everyone. Like I said, electricity is paramount. This road building should be secondary. Misplaced priority. That is what I see. You fail to deliver your promise, and the best you can do is to be, even you guys went the way out to abroad to be giving money, to be giving people money, to be part of the city boy movement. And those people abroad also, people that we believe should have the exposure, what it means to have a country that works. Maybe $500, $700, or how many dollars do they give you guys? Because we had that in UK, maybe 5 to 700 pounds in UK. In US, how much did you guys, how much were they? I mean, I don't know. How much? $500, $700 to say your conscience? How much were you giving to be part of the City Boys movement? How much is it cost to say your conscience? Your loyalty, how much does it cost? Nigeria is doomed in a sense that everybody is all about themselves. Everybody is selfish about what they can put in their pocket. Yeah, even those abroad, they are guilty of this. They work, they know how things work, yet they will be doing city boy movement or they are batified. I have nothing against this administration. I just want a country that can conduct election that is free and fair. Not a country that will be buying peoples and collecting their PVC. That is not a democracy. No, that's not a democracy. A government that tries to sabotage every opposition party, that is not a democracy. No, that's not a democracy. But what am I trying to say is that, looking at this video, I'm looking at a country that self-sabotage. Yeah, a country that self-sabotage. A country that has been conditioned to believe what they have now is the best. But I want to encourage you. Nigeria do not need restructuring. People don't give up power easily. Nigeria needs pure revolution. A total overhaul. Because, are you talking about your local government chairman? Is it the governors? Is it those in the local House of Assembly? Or are you talking about those in the lower chamber? Or are you talking about those in the Senate? None of them are working for you. And that's why you should not vote for any one of them. Have you seen Nigerian politics that you see a politician going around with talks because they want to be sure? I mean, guys, what will be will be. If you like, keep collecting money from politicians. If you like, fight for a country that works where your children can have a leverage in life. Or you can continue this way of your Diboko Zebe. Your children is coming to serve the children of this politician that you are serving. Ẹ wá dẹrú ọba, ẹ ṣẹrú, àwọn ọmọ yín náà á padà ṣẹrú. Yes, because whatever you are doing now, you are planting a seed for your children and the one that to come. And the seed you are planting for them is that you are creating a space whereby their life will be miserable. That's the space you are creating for them. Because all this rice, berry, 10,000, 20,000 you are collecting from politicians, what you are doing unaware is that you are creating a space where your children will become slaves to the sons and daughters of politicians. That's what you are doing. But if you can stand today for a Nigerian that works, You are sacrificing today so that your children also will have a leverage in life. When it comes to Nigerian economy, they will have leverage. But your stomach is so big that your brain is so small. Your stomach I don't know how I'm going to put it, that you think with your stomach than you think with your brain. Because that's what I see. That's what I see here. There's no country in the face of the world that they do not sacrifice one thing or the other to get a better country. We know that our leader, they are vultures. They feed on this thing. These leaders are vulture by design. They are not just vulture all of a sudden. Many of these politicians, they have good plans for Nigeria. They have good plan. But you see all these party chairmen that you people don't even take note of. They are the reason that we have corrupt politicians today. Tell me, for someone like me right now, I want to be a politician. And I mean well. I really want to do something good. Probably for my locality. But I'm coming to serve, to deliver an environment that is conducive for you guys to thrive. But before I can serve you, I have to bribe every one of you, including you that are watching me right now. I have to give you money before I can serve you. Because we've limit politics to like you go there and steal. It's not every politician that have that kind of mindset. Some politicians have good mindset. But when they look at how much they have spent, by design, you have corrupted them. By design. None of us now, we're not focusing on our political party, how they have been the architect of corruption in Nigeria. Go to your political party and ask them how much it's going to cost to run for or get a ticket for a governor, or get a ticket for local government chairman, or to get a ticket for MHR or MHA. Go and ask go to your local party and ask how much it's going to cost. If you look at that cost, the money for ticket, now add that to how much I've spent to bribe. Because in Nigerian politics is all about money. We've monetized Nigerian politics to the point that you drain the candidate to the last blood and you corrupt them by doing so. Nigeria will never have progress until we, the people, stop collecting money from politicians so that we can hold their neck if they do rubbish. Are you going to tell me you want to hold me responsible after I spend millions of naira? After I spend millions of naira, you want to come and hold me responsible for not performing? You're a joker. But you can hold me down if you only vote for me without collecting bribe. That is when you can have voice. But the moment you say your vote, you don't have voice. Forget about your voice. It is sold for 4 years. Before you can have another voice, you have to wait for 4 years. And now the 4 years is coming. They are giving you envelope again to steal your voice. And you will be in darkness for another 4 years. Kidnapping are going to be picking your children for another 4 years. Yes. If anything happened today, you can't call any ambulance to come and pick you. You can't. They don't have. And the worst is that if you get to the hospital, I don't know if you get treatment, because going to the hospital is more or less like a 50-50. If anything happened to you in Nigeria today that costs 10,000, that could be the end of your life. That could be the end of your life. Yet none of you are thinking about that. All you can think about is, let me get the envelope so that I can feed. You're not going to die if you don't get the envelope. You will not die. So why don't you give up this envelope and be upright for once in your life and vote the candidate that you believe will serve Nigeria interest? I will not lie to you, my people. There's no politician that will spend a whole lot of money and expect them to deliver. They will not. They will not. And that is why Ganifawa Emiko don't emerge. Because that man will not spend money. He's not going to go borrow money to give to party leaders. And he couldn't win an election. Because we have monetized politics. Like I said, You can continue collecting envelope, and your kids will continue to be garage boys. Your kids will continue to do what? To serve these politician children. Or you can stand for what is right and give chance to your kids in the near future. The ball is in your court. Okay? And I leave you to that to decide. I just want your opinion. Because this is not going to make us grow. Whatever we're doing right now is what I call self-sabotage. We are the one enabling all these politicians to treat us like we're trash. Because if we're not trash, your civic duty, one thing that you can do for Nigeria is to vote genuinely. Yet, that's going to be it for me, guys. That's what I have for you today. I saw the video and I realized that another one again, who is going to prosecute them? Judges that have been bought with duplex, are they the one that's going to prosecute these people? Trust me, I don't think we have a country. I really want to know your opinion about this video. What do you think? Do you think Nigeria should continue this way? Or you think we need to move away from this kind of politics so that we can have a nation? Because many of you don't know that we are heading down the drain. Many of you don't know. And tell me, before I go, I want to put this. Name one government that has tried to remove fuel subsidy without meeting a resistance. Name one. One administration in the history of Nigeria, name one administration that have tried to remove fuel subsidy without a resistance. Tinubu did it. Nobody resist. You have been hypnotized. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.